comes down now to whether Bruno can stay out of trouble for the last round. Remember, he didn't against Bone Crusher Smith in his first ever defeat. Bruno is 3 minutes away from becoming WBC heavyweight champion of the world. I'm sure of that. Can he hold on?
But you can guarantee...
Bull will try everything.
That's right, you can guarantee McCall is going to throw out all the stops. He knows he's only got 3 minutes, and he's lost his title, so he's going to try everything here.
Bruno's breathing more heavily now. He'll hold on, try to tie McCall up, and that is all valid tactics from his point of view. McCall is looking for the one punch, or maybe the series of punches.
McCall looking to the referee. He wants the referee to break it. But Bruno's doing the right thing here.
People watching this have got butterflies in their stomach. It's almost nerve-wracking here. I've been at ringside for just about every fight Frank Bruno has ever had. We never thought we'd see him become a world heavyweight champion, but he seems so close now that he can touch it. There are, what is it, 1 minute, 45 seconds remaining. Look at the clock, top left of your picture, because that's a vital element here now.
Yes, and he's got to be a big one. All he's got to do now is just try and mess McCall about, try and survive, keep out of the way, tie him up when he can, wait till the referee breaks him.
But the key point for Bruno tonight, that when McCall has come forward, he's been clever enough, and he wouldn't have been earlier in his career, to tie him up and buy himself some time and halt the assault. And that's what he's doing now again, just messing McCall around. Every second for Bruno is gold dust now.
And there he is, he's 60 seconds away from being heavyweight champion of the world.
Bob Fitzsimmons did it, Lennox Lewis did it, Herbie Hyde won the WBO version for Britain. Is Frank Bruno going to join that very, very short list? He has, what is it, 40 seconds to survive. Can McCall find an opening? It's very late now. The right uppercut lands from McCall. Blood coming from Bruno's mouth. He's breathing heavily. McCall closes in for what surely is his last throw of the dice. Bruno is picking him off with the jab. Is this Frank's moment of destiny? He switches southpaw again. We are inside the last 10 seconds of the contest. He's caught with a left hand, Bruno. He holds on. The bell's going to go any second. Bruno must be a mile ahead on point, and he must have been the world heavyweight champion with that final bell. He surely has won it. Nigel Benn comes into the ring and lifts him high. Frank Warren punches the air. McCall looks somber. There can be no doubt, surely, that Frank Bruno, Franklin Roy Bruno, has entered boxing history for Britain on a momentous night of sport here at Wembley Stadium.
Yes, it's took him 4 attempts, but he's finally done it, and nobody deserves it more. For all the years of hard work and dedication that he's shown, he's finally got it. Heavyweight champion of the world.
Well, we still await the official confirmation, but I don't think any 3 judges anywhere. Laura is in there, she's kissing him. It's the first time they've seen each other for 7 weeks. He's marked around the face, there's blood coming from the mouth, but that really was a performance by Bruno to confound all his critics, wasn't it?
Yes, he showed great maturity. It was a very educated display. He jabbed when he had to, he controlled the fight with the jab. Good solid shots inside, and then he tied McCall up and didn't allow him to work. And really it was a great performance from Bruno, and he's finally done it.
Well, we are breathless here at ringside at Wembley Stadium, because we have witnessed a moment of sporting history that they will talk about for a long time. I'm sure of that. We await the confirmation of it. Bruno holds up his hand. I don't think it's really sunk in. What it could mean for him is a very big money fight with Mike Tyson, of course, next year. But he's not thinking about that at the moment, because I really do believe, Bruno, when he said this time it wasn't about the money, it was about the glory and fulfilling a dream he's had ever since he was a little boy. What a moment for Frank Bruno, who went to a problem school for unruly boys in Sussex when he was a lad. They're talking to each other now, and we await the judges' scorecard. But that, I would suggest, Glenn, is a formality.
Certainly, on my scorecard, I had Bruno winning everything. But at the end of the fight, there was a couple of rounds where McCall started to come back, and it looked a little bit dangerous for Frank, but he did a great job. I said in the preview that if he controlled this fight on the jab, I thought he could win it on points, and he's done it. So I'm chuffed to bits for him.
Glenn McCrory has Bruno as a 5-point winner of the fight. McCall tried late on in the fight, belatedly as it turned out, but Bruno held on to become WBC heavyweight champion of the world. We never thought we'd say it, but Frank Bruno has realized a lifelong ambition, and I'm sure there are celebrations going on up and down the country with all of you watching this live on Sky Sports tonight, and I'm sure Frank would say, have a drink on me. Look at Nigel Benn. Well, Nigel Benn always said to Bruno, you can do it, you can do it. They made him believe, and he really did believe. Now, here comes the decision. Here it is officially.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Malcolm Bolner, scores at 115 to 113. Judges at ringside, Newton Campos and Rai Solis both score the bout at 117 to 111. All three in favor of the winner and new
Bruno is the champion. Fireworks around Wembley.
Boxing history on Sky Sports. The road has been long for Frank Bruno, a decade of disappointment and frustration, but he would always tell anybody who would listen that he could do it. Always a decent man, always a totally honest and dedicated professional, and tonight he's on top of the world, and who can say he doesn't deserve it? And what a feeling it must be. We've talked to him time and again in heartbreaking disappointment. It's difficult to think of many other professionals, even in this most cruel and demanding of sports, who have consistently exposed themselves to disappointment, even public ridicule on occasion, and he just has taken it and still believed in himself with the support of his family and his longtime trainer, George Francis. He promised he'd come back better, and the scorecards tell you he's done that. He is the world heavyweight champion. And he's talking to Ian Darke, and they have sparred once or twice down the years, believe me. It looks like they're having another sparring match down there. I hope to be able to persuade Ian to get a word with Frank Bruno in just a moment or two, but I think it's first time for the family, for the children, for Laura, the wife, who doesn't see him for weeks before these fights, as Bruno goes into preparatory mode, home and abroad, and around him his brother's an intensely private and family man. He's known all along where his loyalties lie, and they will tell you that he has not changed. But he's a superstar now in world boxing. The British public have loved him, and now the world knows about him. Here's Ian with Frank.
Right. Well, here we are, amid some chaos and mayhem at ringside. Frank, many, many congratulations on behalf of the whole country for what was a fantastic performance. Has it sunk in yet? You're the world heavyweight champion.
It hasn't sunk in as yet, but I'm just, thank God I won, Ian. You know, I mean, I got this belt around me. It's like a dream come true. All the years I've been dreaming for this, I persevered, and I went with Frank Warren, and he gave me this opportunity, and Don King, and I thank him. I thank George, I thank Keith, I thank my brother, I thank John Bloomfield, I thank Rupert, I thank Springs, I thank Lanzarote, I thank everybody that's watching the television, and I thank my wife, I thank my mum, I thank everybody for taking the opportunity, standing behind me. And it was tough in there, but I done it, you know.
You confounded the critics, Frank, because they said you could never last 12 rounds, that your stamina would go, but you proved them wrong.
I did. It was tough in there. It was tough, man, but I done it, you know. It's hard to sort of put it into words because I'm busted up at the moment, but I'm just over the moon, man. I'm happy, you know.
Don't worry about that, Frank. It's an emotional moment.
Uncle Tom, man. No way. I love my brother. I'm not Uncle Tom.
What about McCall? There was a lot of silly words spoken in the build-up to the fight. What were you saying to him there afterwards?
I just said I didn't say nothing about his dad. I would never say something about someone's dad, and I'm not Uncle Tom. I love my people. I'm not Uncle Tom. I'm not a sellout. That's all I said to him, you know. But Ian Darke, thank you for Sky for staying behind me. Thank you to Frank Warren, and thank you for Don King, and thank you for all the people staying behind me, and you know what I mean, persevering and sticking with me, man. Cheers.
You're very emotional now, and you should be emotional. Can you put into words, I know it's a difficult time for you, Frank, but what this means to you, because you must have thought this would never happen?
If I won the £10 million lottery today, it wouldn't mean as much as this to me, because I got my son and I got the belt, you know. I'm just grateful. It hasn't really sunk in. My wife's here, my kid's here, and I'm happy. Thank you very much, Don, and thank you, Frank Warren, and Nigel Benn for sticking behind me and supporting me. Everybody that's behind me, you know. I'm sorry I'm being a bit emotional.
How important was that in the fight, Frank, with the support from Nigel Benn, because he was advising you, coaching you every step of the way?
My brother just kept on saying, he keep cool, relax, it's all yours, but he's a tough son of a gun. Not a son of a gun, he's just a tough guy, you know, very, very tough, very, very rough, and you know what I mean, I just persevered. It was very, very hard the last round, but I took some shots, and then people say I'm chinning now. I don't know, you know what I mean, it's just, Ian, Mr. Firm Man, I'm just happy. I'm just happy. I'm happy. And thanks, Glenn, for supporting me, man, and staying behind me. I proved all the critics wrong. You know what I mean? So I'm just happy, man.
I mean, it's hard to say it now, but there's talk, too, down the road that you could make a mint fighting Mike Tyson. Don King standing behind us. Yeah. That's all the talk. They're talking about £7 million. I mean, it's amazing, isn't it?
Frank Warren gave me this opportunity. I just want to go home. Hello, Rachel. I love you, darling. Hello, Franklin. That's my daughter. Hello, Christian. And hello to all the policemen, the CIDs at my house at the moment. Thank you very much, Michael Jackson, for looking after my house. Thank you. I love you all, man. Love you. Sorry to be emotional, but it ain't sunk in, and it's just unbelievable. Thank you.
Frank, well done tonight. I've been at ringside for every fight you've ever had. We're emotional for you too. Well done.
I'm no Uncle Tom. Believe that, please. Please, just believe that I'm no Uncle Tom.
Well,
but thank you very much.
I don't think anybody's seriously saying you are. Well done, Frank.
Cheers. Thank you.